what's up, guys? I just wanted to go over a few things here with a leaf sucker that I have mounted to my truck. So pretty much the way this works is you got it mounted to the truck. I made all these brackets. I basically used the base of the machine. I had to cut this bracket off, but you can see mounted to the frame. You got a chute extension. It just goes on to the machine that's already here, and it's basically the diameter of that square is a little bit smaller than that. The chute's clogged solid right now. I must have from the last load. Anyway, this inside diameter is just a little bit smaller than that, so when the body comes down, it automatically basically slides right over this, and then it seals it. So your hose comes out the side. The one little downfall is the key to the machine is right there, and the choke, but there's not much you can do about that since you need this pointing out. Oh yeah, and I took the throttle off the way that it was mounted on the machine, and I mounted it here because I think before it was actually on this other side. So now it's out here in the open where you can run it. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on how this thing is mounted. The biggest benefits with this are it stays on the truck right here. It's on the side. It's on the gutter side of the truck. So when you do curbside leaf pickup, it's already on the right side of the truck. When you go to dump, you don't have to mess with anything. You just dump the truck, put it back down, and go. Biggest problem I have sometimes is we pull the trailer with this truck, so we got to detach that, but I'm going to fix that problem later, maybe next year. There's just so many benefits to this, I can't even stress it. And even though this thing is only 18 horse, it's strong. It sucks a lot of leaves. It hardly ever gets clogged. This thing, you can send sticks through this that are 2 inches. Not saying it's good for it, but we've done it. Sometimes not on purpose. And I'll show you this impeller. Two full seasons on this thing. I bought it used, and the liner's still not even worn. Impeller's original, really doesn't have much wear. And this thing, I just changed the oil in it and put gas in it, and it just runs. It's a good one. I like it. actually never even moved this machine without the bucket on it. Part of what I'm doing right now is I gotta go all the way back to my house with the skid steer, get the forks, I have a whole pile of pallets that I gotta use to lift the leaf box out of the truck. And we'll see that hopefully in a little while. This is one part of this design I'm not too excited about, but it's kind of what we had to do this year. I changed this door design from a big door that flipped open almost like a tailgate, hinged from the top, to two doors that open like this. And the biggest reason for that was so when we're on a job and we got a big pile of sticks, we can open these doors a lot easier to throw the sticks or whatever in. And it also makes it easier to be able to get in here. If the chute does get clogged or something like that happens, we can get into the truck a lot easier. Another thing we've done too is open up the back of the truck, get inside on top of the leaves and pack them down if we get a fit like a little bit more at the end of a job. as you can see, that doesn't go so well. I got bent forks right now. I'm gonna get those replaced. Coming up here, I gotta buy a new set. And this, with the tailgate on the truck, it makes it hard for the skid steer to get in deep enough to lift it in one shot. And then when you do get in deep enough and you go to put the box down, it wants to come down on the tracks and then you're stuck under it. There's better ways to do this, but this is what I got right now, so that's how I do it. And always fun doing it by yourself. So now we got to just clean out the truck. You can see how bad these forks are. I really just need one tine, but haven't found a way to buy one by itself yet, because the carrier itself is okay and that other fork is good, but I'm not sure about buying just one individual tine and where to get that, because all I see them sold is in sets. So yeah, we got to get this cleaned out, partially frozen, and then we're pretty much done with the leaf box. And then just dismount the leaf sucker and get that put away. One other thing I was going to say about this leaf sucker setup on the side of the truck is a lot of people don't do it because they don't have the means, they don't have the ability to do the welding and the fabrication to get it on the side of the truck. I ended up asking some help from one of my real good friends, you know who you are, to use his garage. It took us about a day and maybe a few hours the next morning to fabricate, cut, weld, get everything set up so we could mount it to the side of the truck. And tell you, it's worth the extra effort to do that, because the amount of time you're going to save in the long run outweighs the one day it's going to take to set it up properly and get the help to do it and make it. And if you're already set up to weld and fabricate, well, I'd just go ahead and do it. I wouldn't mess around. This setup for me right now is really perfect, because we can still pull the trailer. And another thing I didn't mention, I only got one dump truck, so I kind of have to use this dump truck for the leaf box and be able to pull the trailer, because we don't have a real big crew. So just a few other things about this setup, and I just can't stress enough. It's worth it. It's worth the effort. And Ziggy Brothers, thanks again. Really appreciate you guys putting the videos out and still watch to this day. Nice job. Thank you. I'm gonna pretty much wrap this video up here. That was the removal of the box, and coming up this week, I'm going to remove the leaf sucker from the side of the truck, probably record a little bit of that. And the weather's changing. We got looks like potentially a storm coming next weekend. Right now my phone says 5 to 8 inches. We'll see if that pans out, but if that does pan out, we'll definitely be making a video of that and plowing and getting ready for that storm if that all pans out. So see you on the next one.